Hey, uh, wow. um, I'm all stopped up on top of everything else.
Yeah.
Um, there's too much to tell you to try to explain, but I'm going to summarize it. Um,
Okay.
I've had all kinds of stuff going on. It's just being controlled, my environment. I got up this morning, well, yesterday, for the past couple of days, the this code 225 on my central heating and air system comes out saying problem with the heater, but um, there's nothing wrong. Everything's fine. And then, after I dealt with it this morning, as far as you go up there, you
Mm.
turn it off, you turn off the warning, and then it goes back to normal. Excuse me, it wants to stay there, but I also haven't been able to turn on my phone.
Oh,
My phone won't turn on, and that's paramount for everything. And I was talking with the personal Lily that's with me this morning. Excuse me, every morning, and I said, "What I need to call up the excuse me, call up the AC people. I've got a lifelong maintenance, free maintenance and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Spent well over 10 grand on it, um, and she said, "Sure, whatever you want to do, just do whatever you want." Well, the phone wouldn't turn on, so I can do it. That's not little Willie messing with me. That's getting me, setting me up to try to call, and I can't even turn the phone on.
Mm.
Uh, there's no danger, no warning, no animosity. It's they're putting me through a process where there's everything shutting down. I mean, everything's been controlled for about a couple of months now, real hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't even talk without Lily's help. I can't walk. So, but there's a lot more to it than just that. Everything falling into place for a shutdown.
Good.
It's like you leaving the house for vacation. You close the blinds. You
Mm.
you know yada yada. Turn the lights off. Reset the heater or AC, whatever. And the kicker is my own energy came to me this morning and said, or was it this morning or late last night? I don't know.
Mm.
But he came up and he said, it was this morning. He came up to me and he said, I, I need to prepare you.
Mm.
Um, telepathy, it's not talking in letters and words, not even pictures. Sometimes
Mm.
it's just an understanding and talking and hearing and words. I mean, it's everything together as one fluid communication. That's how we do it when we're ourselves,
Mm.
spirit. So I'm still stuck in this human body, but I don't think like a human. Haven't for a long time, but especially now that I'm walking out. So anyway, he said it's time to prepare you for separating, for leaving. The body's going to drop dead. He just wants me to feel some of it and understand it before it happens, so there's no issue.
Is this the lion part? The
Yeah,
lion?
that's the main part of my the strongest part of my focal point. That's almost like an energy ribbon. That's really
Hmm.
really really strong. Primary focal point of our, but it's the lion part of me outside. And,
Hmm.
um,
It sounds like
so,
good. Then it sounds like it's progress. It's
no, it's ending. It's time to
yeah,
shut down.
yeah.
So it might still take a few more days. I don't know, but there's nothing here. He told me to get upstairs a little while ago, and so did the ladies. So I went up there and just said, "Relax, get in your chair bed, relax," and I did, and I just kind of plopped in there, phasing in and out of awake awareness, whatever.
Hmm.
And then all of a sudden I realized when I finally woke up, because I had to get moving, or try at least, that I was in the position. I'm sitting in the chair and my head's leaning to the left, kind of slumped over. That's the position I'll be in when I go.
Hmm.
But I think tonight is when I'll start feeling it harder, when I'm actually going to feel it.
Yeah.
He might do that for 2 more nights, 3 more days, 4 days. I don't know. Part of me, I'm going to make sure that there's absolutely zero possibility of a mess up on the way out of here.
Hmm.
But it's over. I mean, I've been leaving critical condition for years, but it's everything's. I've been leaving for years, but everything's had come to what, critical mass.
Hmm.
Something else was thrown in front of my face too. A planetary alignment.
Yes. Was it 5? Was it 7 planets that are going to be lined up and visible? Uh, it's an amazing, an alignment this month anyway.
Okay, because I'm seeing that as um, it's kind of like a focusing tool.
Uh-huh.
Um, the planets, the spirit inside, but it's huge.
Hmm.
And the stars that are in or the star that's in the solar system, the planets that have life, they're all female parts of parts of the female, the spirit mate.
Yeah.
Um, that's why Gera was so huge. Role was with the sun, her spirit mate, universal spirit mate, essence mate,
Hmm.
was huge. And she was huge too, but that's because there was only one planet.
Yes.
And they just all come together anyway, and then they act as one, but they can go separately if they want. Um, well, that's kind of like I don't have an analogy for it. Wow, that was hard to get that word. Um, maybe magnets
Hmm.
when they all start to line up. And
Yeah.
remember, spirit, the most powerful part of spirit is that electromagnetic metaphysical energy.
Hmm.
And there is an effect where they line up.
There's
But
4
then,
planets lining up this Thursday, and then there's 7 planets lining up later on.
yeah, well, as they're lining up, it's creating like a direct pulling force.
Yeah.
So Not that it'll be before then or after, but that's what's going on is lining up to have an effect. Not that it does it on its own, but it's if you're sitting in a chair and you're all over the place dizzy, it's kind of weird. But if you're a little dizzy and you're leaning in one section,
Hmm.
that's like the planet's alignment. It's like directing. It's creating a flow of water for you to be on, like a boat on a river.
Mm.
So, and with the phone out and everything, and I can't get a new phone, and I have to have it for so many things. But
Yeah.
I don't have to have it, but it's necessary to do many things,
Yes.
and it's not there anymore. And it's because it's the way it's telling me that's it. Which I know I can feel and everything else, but it's nice to have the extra information or input of what.
Confirmation. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I can't think or so. It's like being on a toboggan going down a hill. We're getting there. We'll get to the bottom of the hill and then whoosh, see you. Uh, Everything is shutting down so hard. Suffocating's getting worse, but it's a different kind of suffocation. There's no anxiety,
Mm.
just the shutting down.
That's good to know.
Yeah, it's the way it's been done all along. And the
Mm.
brain pain and the heart. Just like the analogy of the pumpkin rotting
Yeah.
after it's been on the porch a couple months. All right, well,
You mentioned this, but just to check, you were Mark Antony, right?
yeah, Alexander the Great was the part of me that's in Trump and was in Reagan too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that life, he was the full person in there
In
of
Alexander the Great.
Alexander the Great. But I
Yeah.
was Mark Antony, yes.
Were you Lao Tzu, the Chinese librarian associated with Taoism? He is the main man in Taoism, Lao Tzu.
I have something floating around saying yes. You are no longer associated with that characteristic. When we have different lives,
Yeah.
we go through different processes. And I've been waiting since the very first life ever had, me and Lily, to
Yeah.
get rid of the original ones, to stop them or destroy them. Because
Yes.
I had to protect, everyone and everything.
Mm.
And like my last one is Gandhi. I was talking about all the religions. Say, all these different religions and races.
Mm.
Just put your religious books down for a second. Don't throw them
Hmm.
away. Don't hurt them. Just put them down.
Mm.
Everybody stand up, shoulder to shoulder. And you find out your heart to heart and
Mm.
the compassion of people when they do that. They have great power.
Mm.
And that's why when you're told to do the wrong thing, you just say no.
Mm. So that message about no longer being involved in that thought process, that means you've moved away from Taoism, that you
Yeah,
haven't that
it
life.
was trying to create some form of knowledge base for people to have a way to deal with being in a physical body better than
Yeah.
what they presently had.
Yes, it was a coping mechanism more than anything, I noticed.
Yeah, it's like a push, a guide in the right direction.
Yeah.
in a positive direction.
Yeah, it's about trying to find balance more than anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And my last life as Gandhi, I didn't, talk about the fallacy of religions and stuff. It wasn't time.
Mm.
And the only one who knew what I was going to do this life is Lily.
Hmm.
And but a lot of our kids, adolescents, they knew it was time for the praise Mother Father God thing, and they
Hmm.
they all knew. They said, "Here he goes. Here comes the dragon."
Mm.
And that's what we did.
20 years ago, Stieg Larsson was a Swedish financial journalist. He realized he could expose corruption more easily to more people by writing detective novels. He died from a heart attack at 50. Was Stieg Larsson murdered?
There's been so many ways my family, you know, Lily and me and the kids have been trying to help, but it's like it's like putting up a tent in a hurricane.
Yes.
And there's knives and axes flying through the air cutting up the tent. I mean,
Yeah.
but they all come from Lily and I, and we're fighters.
Mm.
I'm the big fighter, but Lily's nothing to be messed with.
Mm.
Oh, and that other issue, uh, I'll tell you in a second. Something else to clear it up. But anyway, this is we're doing it. I'm seeing. I don't know if it's overnight. I'm thinking it's 3 or 4 nights of getting just a little taste, and then the next night a little more taste, and then three, maybe even a fourth time.
Hmm.
Each time getting stronger. The
Yes.
dying, because no matter who you are, no matter how many lives you've had, no matter how powerful you are, you can't remember all your deaths.
Mm.
These this, excuse me, but these disgusting bodies. And I say that because when you understand who you are as pure spirit,
Mm.
a body is a ton. It's a handful of tar.
I can feel it. I know it.
That,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying people aren't beautiful, but I'm just saying
sure.
once you realize who you really are, it's like, damn. Um,
Incarnation is incarceration. That's my motto.
yes,
Incarnation is incarceration.
that's a big yes.
Yes.
Um, wow. Okay. Uh, I'm gonna turn the recorder off, but hang in there, okay?
Okay, we'll do.